This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It's a 2003 Dodge Ram 2500 quad cab, 5.9 liter turbo diesel, four-wheel drive. It's a Laramie SLT, so it has leather. Obviously, it's lifted. Has unbelievably high tread, 37-inch tire, LT rated tire. Really expensive tires. We sent it to paint because the bed sides were really beat up on it. We have some bed rail caps, the like long black bed rail caps that will go on top of the bed rails, and a cap for the tailgate coming. They didn't show up in time. We got back from detail before they showed up. Anyway, it's got 69,000 miles. It's got a Mako paint job we paid $1,600 for, which is the most expensive Mako paint job I ever paid for. Basically because there's a lot of paint involved here. And they had to do body work on both bed sides. There will be before and after pictures in the video, so you'll know it wasn't crashed or anything. And we could have probably sold it the way it was, but it looks a little bit better this way. Anyway, I'm going to walk around here. Like I said, it's got 69,000 miles. It's on a clear title. It was a theft recovery. As I said, it's a one-stage Mako paint job. So what you got is the color and the clear mixed together is how they do that. And Mako's famous. It'll have floaties in it and imperfections. It's pretty much just adding color to it, straightening it out. If you wanted to do it for real, you could. See, you got stuff like this. It's, you know, it's just little floaties. It's kind of pretty much that way all the way around. It's a cool looking truck. I mean, a lot of the reason is because you've got some Cooper Discover STT tires on it. 37, 12.5, 17 LTs. And it's just, these are just massive tires. It runs fantastic. Obviously, 69,000 mile turbo diesel will. Ding here. They just pretty much just painted over all this stuff. We didn't. We could have sent it for a real factory type paint job, and it would have probably cost $3 or $4 grand, and the price would have been $3 or $4 grand higher. And for whoever's buying this, they're probably going to go four-wheeling, so I don't think anyone's going to care. Beautiful wheels. They must have just put these things on right before it got stolen, because we didn't do that. We would not spend that kind of money on wheels and tires. So they liked it enough to spend some money on it before it got stolen. Little ding here. See these bed rail caps? This usually indicates that something was probably tied into this hole and they yanked it. Anyway, we're going to put some bed rail caps, black, that'll kind of cover that whole thing up. It'll look a little bit better. Apologize for not being in already, but they weren't. And this thing's too big to park inside and keep out of the rain for the next couple days while we wait. So we're going to do the video now. It is a long bed. You kind of get an idea. I think I left the lights on. Hopefully that tailgate cap will cover that up a little bit. There. I see a little thing right here in the bumper. Like I said, this is not a cosmetic beauty by any means, but mechanically it's real stout. It's got a brand new spare. That's kind of nice. We don't guarantee spares or tools, so having a nice brand new spare is a $250 ad. That. Let's see. He definitely used this truck. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's got stain here. It's not a. It's actually, I think it's a good looking truck, but you know, it's not a beauty queen. It's a truck. All right, let me start this thing up. People have been requesting that we start them up for them and go under the hood. so we will. Obviously, it's got an air rate intake system on it, full aftermarket. These are all the original fenders. You can tell by the fact that no one's backed these bolts off. I show people that so they know that it's all original in front. All the stickers you're supposed to have. Holy cow, I gotta get up in here in a second, You know, before I do that, let's make sure that everything works in here. I guess I get it from here, Alright, there's the driver window, passenger window, passenger rear window, driver rear window. Let's try the door locks. Where's the door locks? Let's try the mirrors. That's out, that's in, that's up, that's down. Let's try the other side. Up, down, out, in. Alright. Let's see underneath the carpet there. Up and back. Up. Down. Let's see. Seat down. Seat up. And I see the lumbar. There it goes. Lumbar works. We did a little repair right here on the seat. I can tell that my guy filled the hole there. Alright. Oh, it's got tilt. Tilt it up and down. That works. Yeah, let me see if I can get in here. I would suggest a step. Man, this thing's big. And I'm short. Carpet has some issues. I would say this guy probably was like some sort of a construction guy, and I'm not really sure what his gig was. But I think he had too nice a truck for what he was doing. Because I wouldn't let my stuff get next to chemicals or anything like that when it's this valuable of a vehicle. I'm sure he paid a fortune for this thing brand new. Put on my seatbelt. Let's look under the dash, make sure. Oh, yep, there's a crack on the dash. That is about as typical as it gets in a Dodge. That's why there's a dash mat on it. You can buy a cap for that if you wanted to for like $100, and they just glue on top of that. There's your radio. Let's try. Make sure we have air conditioning here. And we do. Yeah, that's definitely air. That's definitely becoming much colder. Let's go to heater now. Make sure we have a heater. And yes sir, that would be heat. Okay, heater and AC work. Radio works. Let's see. There's your cluster. By the way, when you look through my camera, I can see these things flickering. For some reason on an iPhone, that's what it does. But with your naked eye, it's not. So it's some sort of an effect that happens just on Dodges too. It doesn't do it on Fords, but that's not really flickering. With your plain eye, it's not happening. I've gotten that call a couple times. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. There's your cruise on and off. There. Let's see. Overdrive on and off. Let's see. Let me put it in a neutral. And we'll go to 4 low. That was pretty simple. Okay, we're in 4 low. Oh yes, that is definitely 4 low. I wonder why they flicker like that through the camera. That's weird. Always wondered that. Back to 4 high. Now we're at 4 high. And yeah, we could definitely drive at speed in that one. And in reverse, perfect. All right, so 4 high and low work perfect, and very easy to get in there too. That's back to 2-wheel. Let's go for a ride. Anyway, mechanically this truck is incredible. Obviously, it's pretty hard to screw up a 5.9 Cummins turbo diesel with that many miles on it, but it is actually a really good running truck. And obviously the guys liked it enough to buy a brand new set of wheels and tires that are just incredible. I mean, I know that he paid $500 a wheel for those things at least. The tires are about $400 and the wheels are about $200, so probably $600 a wheel. He probably got about $2,500 plus tax, probably about $3,000 for the wheels and tires on this thing. And I'll tell you what, considering how aggressive the tread pattern is, this thing really has no indication. Here we go. Let's jump on it here. Wow. Very straight. Here's my hand. Very straight. No vibrations. No rattles. Nothing. Really nice truck. I wish he had taken as good a care of the paint and body and the carpet as he did the motor and the drivetrain. Holy cow, this is a nice truck. Anyhow, this is on a clear title, so if you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to pay taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If you're from Alaska and it's 0% there, all you're going to pay is a 2% tax here, plus a dock fee of $250. If you're an Arizona resident, our state tax rate is 7.1, so you add our city tax of 2, you're going to pay 9.1% tax and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price, nothing else. Doesn't need to be inspected or anything because it's got a clear actual mile title, and it's a hell of a truck. This would be really fun to take out in the mud. That'd be hard to stop this one. All right, I'm gonna just stop here real quick and go from a standing start. There we go. See how long it takes to get 10,000 pounds rolling. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. No radio on. No, nothing's on, and I hear no rattles at all. Turbos, everything's working great. 69,292 miles. That's about it. Please make sure you get a deposit in. Without a deposit, we don't have a deal. If we have an agreed upon price, but no deposit, somebody comes in behind you and puts a deposit in, and they get the truck. Simple as that, okay? So make sure you get your deposit in. Once you get a deposit in, we'll put a little banner that says deposit over your vehicle with your name on it on our website, so you'll know that it's a done deal, okay? Thank you very much, and that is all. I said in the video we would have a tailgate cap and rail caps. Do we have those coming, or? Yeah.